The original episodes of Columbo, weekends at 7 p.m., 6 Central, only on Cozy TV. Emergency, now on Cozy TV.
Portions of TV23's internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV23 Studios in Sublette. This is High Plains Today.
Hi, everybody. How are you today? You know what? It is Wednesday, November 29th. We got through Black Friday. We've gotten through Cyber Monday. We got through Giving Tuesday, and it's now Wacko Wednesday because here on High Plains Today, I got a good friend of mine. Senator John Dahl is here. I like talking to this guy, and we're going to talk about what's coming up as he represents the 39th District in the Kansas Senate. In the meantime, let's see what's happening out there. A motorist is in the Seward County Jail following a high-speed chase through 4 counties in 2 states last Saturday night. The chase began in Cimarron County following a traffic stop by officers with that county's sheriff's department in reference to a suspicious vehicle. Now, the vehicle, a white Chrysler 300, fled and crossed into Kansas in Morton County, and then it proceeded east into Stevens County. The suspect, who has yet to be identified, then continued on into Seward County on Kansas Highway 51 east to Hugoton. Then he ran out of gas. Because the chase started in Cimarron County, it is likely the suspect will be charged there. Now, the Kansas Highway Patrol said the car was doing well over 100 miles an hour at times during the chase. Someone is calling residents of Ford County claiming to be from the Ford County Sheriff's Office Warrant Department and that there is a warrant for their arrest, and to call the Sheriff's Department and ask for Lieutenant Willard. Whoever is making such calls, they are not employed by the Sheriff's Office in Ford County, so don't entertain the conversation with these individuals. You should contact the Sheriff's Office directly with any questions or concerns. And there's another one going around. If you receive a pop-up offer like this one pictured here from Panhandle Telecommunications Systems telling you that your phone is the lucky winner of $1,000, do not click or reply to the offer. PTCI never sends offers like this. You have a question with anything like that, call PTCI with those. The City of Liberal, they've issued a boil water advisory for the public water supply. Now, the boil water advisory was issued due to temporarily shutting the water off on North Jordan to connect the new water line on 8th Street. This only affects North Jordan from 7th Street to 10th Street and is only a precaution for your safety. The advisory took effect yesterday, and it's going to remain in effect till conditions which place the system at risk of contamination are adequately resolved. Well, Chris Moore graduated from Dodge City High School, and he wasn't sure if he should become a teacher or go into construction. All he knew was that he wanted to help others. Now, as the construction teacher at Dodge City High School, he has the best of both worlds. Moore is this year's nominee for Kansas Teacher of the Year at the secondary level. Moore said, "To be recognized in this manner for doing something good for our students is a huge accomplishment for me. It is very rewarding." Now, Moore has been with the Dodge City High School or the district for 14 years. And for the second year in a row, 2 Meade County growers achieved national recognition for their wheat yields. Brandon Friesen achieved a yield of over 115 bushels per acre, earning first place nationally in the winter wheat dry land category. Well, that's pretty good. Tyler Ediger with Ediger Ag, the supplier of Brandon's winning variety, also placed in the contest with a yield of over 110 bushels per acre, earning second place in the winter wheat dry land category. That's pretty good for dry land. Okay, that's a look at some of the stuff that's happening out there. There's no precipitation in the forecast. It's going to be kind of pleasant, though, because the wind's laid down today. Back to look at the weather right after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV23 with host Chris Jewell. TV23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Watch these magnificent honeybees, staying busy pollinating the world and making honey while they do it. But these bees are suffering. The Wi-Fi in their hive is slow and buffers constantly. They struggle to watch their shows on Netflix and surf Pinterest. Bees hate that. So what do you do if you're a buffering bee? You switch to Pioneer Communications, who offer 50 megabit internet that's as sweet as honey. They've made the jump, and so can you. Pioneer Communications, your community connected.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. Heck, you could earn your degree while wearing your PJs or while eating BLT with your baby, because you don't go to college. College goes to you. Complete your courses around your schedule. That's Independence. That's Independence University. No alarm clocks, no snoring roommate, no loud parties keeping you up all night, no note on your door telling you to sleep somewhere else. Instead, learn online at Independence University. Get your degree, but keep your life. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate. Learn online from professional instructors with real work experience. You get professional support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Independence U. For an independent you.
1-800-234-3025. You want to feel connected, informed, included, inspired. So when important things happen, we're here. Your local TV and radio broadcasters. America's #1 source for news, weather, and information. On every screen in your life. We are broadcasters. Always here for you. Wherever here may be. Text TV to 52886. Tell Washington local stations matter.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
Lots of sunshine out there today. Got a few high clouds as we look off to the northeast over the Sublette metropolitan area on the TV23 tower cam. See, we got a few cobwebs on the tower cam too, because we haven't had any rain for so long. Who remembers when? Let's take a look at the readings here at the station. Right now, it's 50 degrees. Relative humidity is pretty low again today, 28. Winds are out of the south at only 12. That's a far cry from where they were yesterday. Barometric pressure is falling. Looking at the current temps around the viewing area, everybody in the upper 40s and the mid 50s. So it's shaping up to be a pretty nice day. Winds have laid down. We're not going to warm up a whole bunch today. Everybody is dry, dry, dry. Look at those dew points out there. Everybody in the teens and the 20s. Now the winds are going to be a lot less than they were yesterday because they were blowing yesterday. Today, 14 out of the south-southwest out in Lamar. That would be the breeziest spot. Well, Elkhart, you're 21 out of the south-southwest, but pretty much southerly winds today. Taking a look at the highs and lows as recorded at the Garden City Regional Airport. We got 56 yesterday, 78 back in 1949. The overnight low when you walked out yesterday morning was 28. It's far better than -5 back in 1976. Yeah, I don't even know how I point to the precipitation. There's nothing in the bucket. Today, 57. Winds are going to be out of the south at about 10 miles an hour. Going to be pretty pleasant, so it's not too bad. Tonight, overnight low, 27, partly cloudy. Winds are going to come around to the east-southeast. Now, we do have another cold front that's sliding in. For tomorrow, it's not an Arctic blast or anything like that, but it's going to keep our winds real nice and light as that high pressure slides in. 52 for the high tomorrow. Lots of sunshine. Winds are going to be out of the north starting out today as that front comes through. As it gets through, they'll shift around to the south-southeast. Tomorrow night, 31 for the overnight low. Winds will still be out of the south at 10. Looking at the 7-day, ooh, look at that. You see that? That's precipitation on next Tuesday. Now, it's only a 30% chance. A lot of that could change as we get closer to Tuesday. But look at that. We're going to be up into the 60s by the weekend, back down into more seasonal temperatures as we go into Monday and Tuesday. Going to be windy on Sunday and Monday. So prepare to tie your hat on so it doesn't blow away. That's a look at the weather. We'll be back with John after this.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. Heck, you could earn your degree while wearing your PJs or while eating BLT with your baby, because you don't go to college. College goes to you. Complete your courses around your schedule. That's independence. That's Independence University. No alarm clocks, no snoring roommate, no loud parties keeping you up all night, no note on your door telling you to sleep somewhere else. Instead, learn online at Independence University. Get your degree, but keep your life. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate. Learn online from professional instructors with real work experience. You get professional support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Independence U. For an independent you.
1-800-234-3025.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Lead paint poisoning affects 1 million children today. If you're pregnant or have young children and your home was built before 1978, you could be at risk. Learn how to protect your family. To find your home's danger zones, the health effects, or just to find help, log on to leadfreekids.org.
And we're back. This is one of my favorites. He is Senator John Dole. He represents the 39th District in the Kansas Senate, Topeka, America. He's from Garden City. Good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Chris.
I
thought maybe I made you mad last time and you just weren't going to have me back.
No, not really. How's things? How was your summer?
Oh, it was a good summer. You know, it was.
You didn't have to think about a lot of stuff.
Oh, you stay fairly busy. It's I have something every day this week. It's kind of comes and goes in spells, but you stay plenty busy.
You're going to be plenty busy from now up until the legislature gets started in July or January again, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just the time that everybody's gearing up, and it's time to put the toys away and get to work.
And start having committee meetings before everything gets started. And so how much time we'll call it the off season, do you spend to and from Topeka and on, state business?
Well, on state business, you spend a lot of time. Now, going back and forth to Topeka, I had to go back twice, I think, during the off season, but I had to go to New Orleans. I had to go to Tampa.
You had to?
Well, New Orleans in the middle of the summer is not the
I know, in Florida in the middle of the summer,
the drastic mosquitoes, they're as big as alligators. I couldn't see.
And they have humidity.
Oh, my glasses would fog over. It was nuts. I could see why they had it in New Orleans, because hotel rooms are cheap. Because no one wants to go to New Orleans.
So what do you do in New Orleans and Tampa? I mean, are these kind of conferences or something?
Yeah, they were conferences. I'm vice chair of education, and then I'm on that met in New Orleans. Then I'm on this committee called IMAC. It's Interstate Migrant Education Committee for migrant workers, which 80-some% are American citizens, but we want to make sure that whenever they're migrating to their work, that they stay up on their education.
Okay.
And so we have people from Massachusetts to Hawaii, Alaska to Florida. It's quite a committee. And we meet 4 times a year, and we met in October in Tampa.
Oh, October in Tampa now. That wouldn't be bad.
That was better than New Orleans in summer.
In the summertime?
Yeah.
Now you know why they don't have Mardi Gras in the summer, right?
There the crowd would be
it would be a small crowd, wouldn't it? Everybody would be inside.
I would think.
All right. So now, since you brought it up, coming up in this session, Supreme Court came out this summer with their ruling on State versus Ganon again with the educational funding and went, no, you guys still don't have it right. So where are we going now?
Well, I was surprised by the decision. I thought, the equity part, I thought maybe we'd have to shift some money around because you never know if you have that right. But the adequacy part, I thought we had enough. We put $483 million in. They still think we're short. They don't tell us how short we are. The best guess is between $400 and $600 million. So that's going to be the white elephant in the room when we meet in session. Now, they put a committee together. I'm not on the committee that have started to work on this. So when we get there, hopefully a lot of the groundwork has been laid. It was surprising to me that the Education Committee or the Ways and Means Committee, which I'm a member of both, was not involved in this pre-work. But, you just don't question. You just do what you're told.
All right. So when you get down to the adequacy part or the equity, of adding in, where do they come up with this $400 to $600 million more? Because they've never come out and said, all right, you guys need to write a check for so much. They've never said that, right?
Well, the lawyers for the school districts, the 4 school districts, early on said we were $800 million short. And what they based that on was previous decisions that were made, plus the cost of living that goes up. And so that's how I think they came to the number of $800 million. I felt like that was too strong. We need to adequately fund education, but throwing money at it, I don't know if that's the right answer or not. Right. I mean, we need to make sure that they have the resources that they need to give, because there's nothing more important than educating our youth.
So do you think it's going to go back to, we went to the block grants. Governor Brownback said, we're doing block grants. Everybody gets this per student. This complicated formula we have, out of here.
Block grants there was no question. When they first came out, I was just like, this is going to work, because we've been in court litigation forever. And all of a sudden, we're not going to give them any more money, and we were going to keep it the same. Not only was it block grant, you kept the same amount of money you had whatever year it was, but then we made them buy what they call an insurance policy. Each school had to kick in 2% to put in this fund, and so if you had extraordinary funds, you needed to go up there and beg. And the panel that they had were made up of people who probably like private education more than public education. I would go to some of these meetings, and I felt sorry for these superintendents begging for money. So not only was it a block grant, we took 2% away from it from the very beginning. There was no question that was going to go away.
Well, and then the other things, they threw the capers in there as, and we all know that's pass through. That money comes from the state, goes to a school district's bank, and same day is out of there and back to the state. But they count that as funding.
Right.
I mean, there's not an apples to apples comparison here.
No, we need the courts to keep the legislature and the governor, the 2 other branches, in line. And the courts are doing their job. It's I still think $800 million was too much. But without them, we'd probably still be on these block grants, which, they were so wrong in so many, it's even hard to come up with words how wrong that was. You couldn't give teachers raises. Teachers we're ranked in 37th or whatever, maybe even lower than
salaries.
that.
We're way down there. But as far as Kansas education, we're up here. But
that's
it's hard to keep teachers.
It's a credit to our teachers that we do have, that they can keep that education. It shows that teachers aren't in it for the money; they're in it for the right reasons. But we keep slapping them and taking more things away from them. At some point time, the teachers, like everyone else, are going to say enough's enough. And we can't continue this direction that we're going and expect good results. It's just not feasible.
Well, it's going to be a mess again because, you get rid of the block grants. You guys put in another close to $500 million. But you're going to have to still come up with some kind of a formula to distribute all that equally, because if you compare, say, Dodge City, Liberal, Garden City, Satana, Holcomb, all, big schools, little schools in this part of the state, and you take it and you compare them back to those big schools, little schools in the eastern part of the state, it's not even a close comparison to the immigration factor, English as a second language fact, all that, right?
Transportation. That's what I was talking about, the equity part of it. With all those things that you're mentioning, talks of the equity part. And I thought we were going to have to shift money. I didn't think it was right. Some of the transportation aspect. We don't want to have kids on buses for 2.5 hours.
I know. There's kids out in Southwest Kansas. I mean, they get on the bus at 6 o'clock now.
Yeah, that's how do you expect a kid to be able to perform when he's on a bus for 2 hours in the morning, 4 hours a day?
Yeah.
Going home and coming back. And it's, I think that we're going the right direction. The election of 2018 is going to be critical to make sure that we do what, Kansans aren't radicals, whether it's to the right or the left. Kansans are common sense people, and we're a moderate people. We believe, I think the greater part of the Kansans believe that, we just want what's right. We don't want too much here, too much there.
But those of us that are in the middle, that are the moderates, either you're Republican or Democrat, but you're in the middle, they're not the ones making the noise and making the headlines. It's these that are way over here, right?
Yeah, and that's we have the press that has to write papers, and they don't want boring stories, and so they're going to those are the people, if a squeaky wheel gets greased. So they're going to bring people in that's going to cause controversy, which sells papers in that aspect. But I would say, and then the thing that's sad is that some people buy into this, but yet our voter turnout, if we had great voter turnout, then that would better represent Kansas, and Kansans as a whole are moderate people. When these tax cuts came in 2012, they were very extreme. And it was either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. And
unfortunately, we got the really, really bad, didn't we?
If it was really, really good, somebody else would have done it first. So when you're the first ones, back in my coaching days, I would have this is the greatest. I can't believe it come up in my mind. I'd run it, it would blow up, and
not do that again.
No, I was thinking, I just need to do what we know, or you need to stay with. But extremism in anything, in any issue, usually doesn't turn out well.
So that is going to be the biggest white elephant in the room when you guys get started. Because the Supreme Court, they put a deadline on you, said April 30th. Yeah. You got to hand in your homework, right?
Yeah, but there's going to be other issues that are going to be huge. Medicaid expansion is going to be huge, and that's very big for Kansas. We've lost out on $2 billion. Funding our highways is going to be, where is this money going to come from? Now, since we passed that bill last year, the tax bill, we're up like $150 million from what we were last year. So hopefully that won't be a big, big hit. We have all our House members. We have a governor race. We have all our House members that are going to be running for re-election. There will not be a lot of, people are not going to want to raise taxes. It's on election year, raising taxes is usually political suicide.
That's a death of
it. It doesn't work out well for those people that are voting for that. So it's going to be a real interesting session. I taught government for 20 years. I love political science. I love it. I get to work on something I love.
You must, because you're spending all this time in Topeka.
But to watch this to take place, to transpire, even just to watch it and being able to participate in it is kind of fun to see how this all plays out. Because at the end of the day, we're going to fund schools. At the end of the day, we're going to fund our highways. We're going to have DCF, which is a total mess. Now, we have a new secretary. Hopefully that straightens out. We lost 78 kids, 78 foster kids.
Yeah, to me, where'd they go?
That's a big deal. And they said, DCF comes out and says, well, that's average among the states. All I know is that's doubled since 2012. We don't want to be average. We want to be a great state.
Yeah.
And 4 years ago, we had 32 kids, which that's too many, but 78 kids is totally unacceptable. We have kids sleeping in offices. That's totally unacceptable.
It is. All right. John, thanks for coming by today. Stick around to be back with more right after this.
College is great, but before you enroll, which do you think is a better way to earn your degree? Live on campus in a dorm where you can't sleep, with a roommate you can't stand, attend lectures that you can't hear, with cafeteria food that you can't eat, or learn online at Independence University. On the porch with your puppy, in the kitchen with your kitten, on your bed with your bunny, your campus is wherever you want it to be. Heck, you could earn your degree while wearing your PJs or while eating BLT with your baby, because you don't go to college. College goes to you. Complete your courses around your schedule. That's Independence. That's Independence University. No alarm clocks, no snoring roommate, no loud parties keeping you up all night, no note on your door telling you to sleep somewhere else. Instead, learn online at Independence University. Get your degree, but keep your life. And you'll also get a laptop and tablet to use in school, and you can keep them when you graduate. Learn online from professional instructors with real work experience. You get professional support in school and employment assistance when you graduate. Independence U, for an independent you.
1-800-234-3025.
Well, last night the Kansas Jayhawks played Toledo in Allen Fieldhouse. Devontae Graham, he went off. He hit 5 threes last night, scored 35 points, and they went on to win. Well, they routed Toledo 96-58. They have started, this is the best start in 7 years. You know what? That's not too bad. I just wish they'd play somebody so they'd be on regular TV. All right, let's take a last look at our weather. Right now it's 52 degrees. Relative humidity is still pretty low, so be careful out there with burning. 27% is the humidity. Winds are out of the south at 10. Very pleasant. Barometric pressure is falling. Look at the 7-day. All right, we do have another high pressure coming through, so winds aren't going to be bad tomorrow. But we have a chance of precipitation next week on Tuesday. Can you believe it? We'll believe it on Tuesday. Go out and have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Keep up to date with the latest information from TV23 on our Facebook page, KDGL TV.
$40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded, so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits, in addition to those found in Original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Fall open enrollment is now. Call to see if you're eligible. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Don't miss the deadline. Call now to take advantage of fall open enrollment. There's no obligation.
Call 1-800-329-6235. That's 1-800-329-6235.
Cozy TV.
Portions of TV23's Internet provided by SWKO Wireless Internet. Covering the High Plains